What is up, guys? It's me, Si-the-Mackem, and today we're playing a bit of Modern Warfare Beta. It was obviously from this past weekend when this came out for everyone to play, because I haven't pre-ordered it. I know some people have done videos about this beforehand, because obviously they maybe have pre-ordered it and had early beta codes or whatever. But yeah, I thought I'd give it a shot, because obviously I played the alpha. I played that a few weeks ago with the 2v2 mode, and it was obviously it played differently to me. It did play very differently to a Call of Duty game that I've played previously. I think one of the things which Call of Duty has had a problem with is it became very arcade. It became like an arcade shooter after a while, and I know that's different. In the past I've played a lot of Battlefield, and for the sense of realism and scale, because that's one thing as well. It's a massive scale based on what you can play on Battlefield. As I very much enjoy that sort of feel about it, where you can plant yourself in a place and be a sniper if you want to, and you won't get done, like basically called out for being a camper, which is, let's face it, where the whole term camping came from, was from games in Modern Warfare, because the maps were smaller, and if you could find a specific spot where you could snipe from, or basically pin yourself down and get a lot of kills from, everybody didn't like it. It was one of the things which I found became very toxic about a Call of Duty nature, where I've played, like obviously I dabbled in recent ones. I tried Black Ops 4, played Black Ops 3, played Ghosts, played World War 2, mainly for the campaign of World War 2, because I thought it looked like it might head back into something which I wanted to see. It was something which I love the Call of Duty. Certainly the original Modern Warfare series I absolutely adored. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. And from what I get about this, the beta I actually thought was pretty good. As you see from this game here, there's probably some parts of this which you're thinking, jeez, is a noob. Yeah, obviously cruise missile comes, I'm going to be protected by hiding in the corner. Clearly not going to be the thing that worked, but I'm still getting used to how Call of Duty plays, especially now how Modern Warfare plays, which, like I said, I kind of mentioned in the alpha that it felt a bit clunky. It felt like overall it felt a bit slow. I don't know, slower, heavier. Is that a way of describing it? Because this just feels as though it goes back to that little. It's not lost the arcade feel of it. It really hasn't. But you do get that sense of you can have a fight, and maybe like there, it's like you do land a hit and it takes a couple of shots to die. In previous Call of Duties, and one of the reasons why I probably didn't enjoy doing anything online with other players was it was very easy to get killed. It didn't feel like. It felt like no matter what weapon someone was using against you, you were going to get killed. Probably these guys will have the feelings of like nothing's ever changed, because it was just pretty much like straight away done. But it needs to identify what type of hit on what part of the body, and I know this is going into like that whole realism side of thing. What part constitutes to dying quicker than others? Headshot, definitely. Potential shots at certain parts of the body, definitely. But then there's times when you can hit someone what clearly looks like either an important shot, and it won't do much. Like that isn't classed as a headshot yet. All I can see is realistically his head. So for me, it's giving me that sense of that they're taking a step in a different direction. There's going to be people from here. I changed up my class because I was getting sick of that burst. I thought I'd give the AK a go, which is ultimately much different, and it does come with that secondary weapon of having a rocket launcher, which you'll see get put to good use in a moment. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. Each one here's the rocket ready. Yeah, you weren't going to stand that. Definitely not going to stand a chance there. For me, it definitely feels like it's got like going in a different direction, and a direction which actually might interest me. I played the 2v2. I was like, okay, it's different. 2v2 is always better, because sometimes everyone knows this, and everyone will speak of experience from this as well. Is you can be in a team game, team deathmatch, whatever. You can have a big group, and if one team starts getting absolutely stuffed, you will find members of your team leave, and then all of a sudden you're fighting in a completely outnumbered game, and it's no fun. The 2v2 was different. It sets it up differently, although if you watch back in my playthrough of the alpha, too many games ended where people quit, and it's still always going to be like, it kind of reminds me of like old school FIFA, where you play someone on FIFA and the minute you go 2 goals up, they quit because they know they can't come back from that. So hopefully this will just like have that more longevity. One thing which I did like from playing this is obviously I've delved in team deathmatch, but also played, which you'll see in a second, is the part where you've got like the HQ that you have to. So it's kind of like a bit like, I'm not saying capture. It's kind of like I can't remember the flipping name of it, and I should have known before I do some research before I start playing this game what exactly names of rounds are, but oh well. I guess I don't know. Clearly I'm back to being a Call of Duty noob, but that's not a bad thing. I actually felt as though this played quite well. It didn't take too long to get up to speed, and it's from one of the things which I did notice as well, that from watching a lot of other YouTubers play this and people sort of like doing some live streams, it did give that impression that actually, you know what, this could actually play like someone could get into it and not have to be a Call of Duty expert to actually win. Hence there, I got the last kill. I do feel as though I need to use this. One thing which I did notice as well, when it does actually tell you what the victory is, it takes a very long time to finally either shoulder. So look now, this had a good, what, 10 seconds of us watching the word victory, and it finally now cuts to what, the final kill, which is me killing this guy, and then to the scoreboard afterwards. But it just feels like a long time to get into games and get out of games. I don't know whether or not that's a better thing. It could be. I have no idea. Hopefully they'll get things sorted when it comes to obviously fine-tuning things for when the launch comes. But when the launch does come, you know what, this is probably one of the first Call of Duties in a while which I've actually gone, you know what, I might actually really consider getting this. The only downside, and this is going to be a little bit of a criticism about the game, and it's kind of done on level design. It's kind of that traditional Call of Duty sort of thing where the map isn't big, it's never going to be huge, it's never going to be Battlefield level across a vast array of distance or anything like that. It really never is. One thing which it basically puts you in the position now, and I think a few people have found this as a complaint, is small maps, lots of places to be. So you can look now, basically from a simple thing of running down the street or glancing up in the top corners or anything like that, you could have a multitude of about 5, 6, upwards up that, of different places where someone can spot you. So you could be crossing a street and go, right, I've got to cover basically that doorway around one corner, two corner, maybe you've got to take into consideration someone's to the right of you as you come out. But now there's certain points on this map, this is, by the way, nowhere near a good attempt at using that thing. I just destroyed a house. Showed it who's boss. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you could be shot in a multitude of different areas, and there is no way to counteract it. There isn't. You can't. It kind of gives me the impression when I saw someone put on Twitter, they showed a picture of literally just one view where they were looking, and they circled 8 places which someone could be shooting at them, and I completely agreed with it, because I actually looked at it and thought, you know what, that is a good thing where there is no place to be. But Call of Duty's never played like a strategic, I'm going to place myself here, certainly like a team effort to say, right, let's put ourselves here, let's start shooting, let's cover this place and use this as a place to shoot. Whereas in Battlefield you could potentially be like on some of the maps where some of them change. Obviously you can park yourself in a room with about 3 or 4 windows, those will change if they get blown up, but you can look out of those windows and have a really good shot at people and do some snipes, base up. One person could be loaded with an assault rifle, so another person can have a sniper. You can basically like set some form a little bit more of a team effort to it and get some more kills. Whereas Call of Duty has always played with that more quick. You die, you straight back in it. You die, you straight back in it, and you get a few kills. You die yourself. You get kill streaks, and then you use them, and then you die, and you get back straight back in it. So Call of Duty's always felt more fast paced. It has had that arcade feel of it, and that's one thing which is over the years gone by, I've just not appreciated. I felt it feels too much like you're not really, do I say skilled? I see some people play online and people do appear to have like a huge amount of skill when it comes to playing this, because they can go and get these kill streaks no problem. This, I actually do much better this time. I think I actually killed someone, but I think in the process I get killed. I think that's my marker. Which I actually was quite surprised at. I thought correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I'm pretty sure in older Call of Duties if you got shot while using something you just immediately died, but yeah, strange, from beyond the grave I'm still able to use that thing. But yeah, going back to what I said, it's always felt like arcadey, but this time it seems to have slowed it down a bit, which gives people, like new players, a chance to come in and feel as though they don't have to be terribly skilled to actually play this, which I certainly got the impression from, which is actually now is a good thing of playing in open beta. I feel as though I actually may purchase this. It's not like one of my, oh my god, I have to go and get them. I do feel as though it's still maybe got something to do. Clearly, I don't know what the campaign is. I'm acting like a complete noob to the whole thing, is the fact that the original Modern Warfare series is the best of the Call of Duties by far. People will talk about like World at War, people will talk about Black Ops. I played them, they're good, going back to the PS3 days, but clearly for me the best was always the Modern Warfares. It was the ones I got they got the most hours out of me online. I played the first Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, the very first Modern Warfare. I played that until I was blue in the face. So from this, I'm really hoping that this is a step in the right direction, because I do think they've started doing something different. Whether everybody agrees with me, I've no idea. I'd love to know your guys' opinion down below. But I do feel that this could be something I'd either put some time into, maybe get into streaming with it. Who knows? You might see some videos of certain games. I've no idea. But yeah, those are just some of my opinions on the game. Certainly, I think it'll be quite impressive. Probably will get it. Whether you see any more of it, who knows? But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.